Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I have a question for you guys right now. If we start up cruising, say near the end of the year, say in December, we finally start up our cruising and there's a vaccine out, but you can't take the cruise unless you show proof that you've had the vaccine. Would you then not go on a cruise or would you go on a cruise? So a subscriber sent me an email and asked me that question, and I thought it'd be a good question to pass around to everybody else. I was wondering, what do you guys think? Do you think, if a vaccine is out, would people take that vaccine if it was a requirement to get on a cruise ship? And I think, to be honest, if there's a vaccine, the CDC might implement that as part of the rules to get back on a ship. The cruise lines might not want to introduce it, but the CDC might make that a mandatory thing, at least for the first few months of rolling out the cruise lines again. So that would be a big thing. Now, a lot of it, of course, is going to depend. What kind of vaccine is it? Is it a shot? Is it pill form? A lot of people are against the shots, but would take the pill without any second thought, really. So, people have prescriptions in their in their bathroom vanities. Like there's 70, 80 bottles of pills up there. It's a much less evasive procedure to pull a pill form. And there are plenty of those being developed right now. They have one in Russia, two in Canada, one in Australia, two in Britain. So there's lots of pill form being worked on. So it might not come out in the traditional thought when you're thinking vaccine. So there's that process. Now, would you, if it was still a shot, would you take one to be allowed to go on a cruise ship? That's going to be like a lot of people don't want to be forced to have to do something. Look at the fight we have in some places over masks. Punching and fighting, and I actually saw people shot in the United States over refusing to wear a mask or being shot because they wouldn't wear a mask, because they put on a mask in a place they were told to take it off. Actually, that's a thing as well. There are some stores out there that are requiring you to take off your mask because they don't believe in them and they won't let you in their store if you wear a mask. Like it's a crazy thing. They're going both ways. I'm not going to throw a punch at somebody because they're not wearing a mask, and I hope no one throws a punch at me if I do wear a mask. That's just dumb. Anyone who does that, you're dumb. Okay, so you're preaching everybody should be allowed to do whatever they want, but then you take offense at somebody doing what they want to do. You see what I mean? It doesn't make sense, but that's the world we live in. Welcome to 2020. It's a cluster. It really is. But you know what? There is a big anti-vaxxer movement out there. So if it came in a shot form, would you take a shot to be allowed to get back on a cruise ship again? And for that matter, let's face it, if a vaccine comes out, you may see that as a requirement to do a lot of things. You may see that as a requirement to fly. You may see that as a requirement to return to work. You may see that as a requirement to get into a hospital. You may see that to get into school. You may see that everywhere. So it's not just on a cruise ship. But let's say for now that the CDC brings this out and says you need to take the vaccine, and if you do, you show proof of it, and you can get on the cruises, no problem. I don't know. I don't know if it's ever going to come to that. I don't know if we're ever going to see one. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's an interesting question. Would you do it? Myself, I hate wearing a mask. I hate all this stuff. I hate not being able to go to the movie theaters. I hate being able not to travel. I hate all of it. Absolutely hate all of it. But when they tell me I have to wear a mask to go into a store, I reluctantly put on that mask and I keep it with me. I hate wearing it. I do have a hard time breathing it with my lungs, 3 lung surgeries. I don't have capacity, and it does in the summer affect my breathing, but I still do it, out of respect for other people who are afraid of these things. So I have no problem with that. Would I take a vaccine over it? Well, I don't take the flu vaccine every year right now. I will suffer through a flu if I get one. But in order to cruise, but I'm a cruiser, right? I probably would do it. I would probably do it to get back on a cruise ship if that was the requirement, because that's something that I love to do, right? It'd be like telling you can't play video games if you're addicted to video games if you don't, get a vaccine. Well, every video game person who's addicted to it would get that vaccine so they can continue playing video games. It's a strange world we live in right now, and this could be one of the things that at least helps us get back to a little bit of normalcy. So in that situation, I'd be probably one of those people willing to take it personally. Would I begrudge somebody who didn't want to take it? No. That's your choice, not my choice. This is an individual choice. But you know what? In order to do the things I want to do, if it's required, I would do it just to get it out of the way and do it. But that's me. I just want to get back on a cruise ship. So I'm going to put a poll up right here. And you guys let me know what you guys think. Would you or would you not take a vaccine if one's out in order to get back on a cruise ship? Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.